GM. GM. So here we are on the Velo website, velodata.app. You can check out the funding heat map. So I'm looking through the funding heat map across the whole market. And if you remember, I looked on these a few times back in November, December, and everything was yellow. So if you look down here at the bottom, when it's yellow, that's basically extremely positive funding. If it's purple, that's negative funding. So it's good to view the heat maps across the market as a whole to get an idea of the general health. So this is on a 1 month time frame, so from the 6th of Jan until now. And these are the large caps. These are the mid caps, small caps, and then even individually, even the new coins, new listings, even those are broadly neutral. A couple of them started off with positive funding, but normally from what you've been seeing, this is a good sign. It's healthy. So, and here's the top gainers, right? So this is another good one as well. If you look over the last week, the top gainers, so the coins that are up the most, all of them have either negative funding or neutral funding. So that means the market is not being driven by speculative leverage. And as a whole, the market's in a reset phase, a healthy phase, which is good. But it also means that nobody knows when it's going to get going again. Right? So in terms of price, when you look at something like TOTD, that tells us that we could be stuck in this area for a while. Again, TOTD looks great. I've said this all along. I've never had a bear case for TOTD. The longer it stays up here, the more likely it is that this is a base and it's going to go higher. But the market itself can be slow moving, and it might take a while, because when, while you don't want to have extremely high funding rates, that's true, you don't want to have like crazy funding. Whenever it gets flushed out and leverage goes and the real animal spirits disappear, we don't know when they're going to come back. And what you want to see, what you should be looking out for, is you want to see things starting to make new highs without crazy upticks in funding, because that's exactly how it started in October, right? On this first push, there was neutral funding, negative funding. There wasn't a lot of open interest building up. You have to get that first leg of the next rally to be coming from spot only. I don't think we can see that. I do think this will push up to the highs at some point. Maybe it's already starting. But I think if we push to the highs from here, and you go and look at the market, the open interest will spike, the funding will be crazy, the whole thing will be, people will just be aping in again, and it's too soon. And that's why I think the first push up to here gets rejected. We come back down, and it's mostly time that takes people out. It's a bit slow, it's a bit boring, it's a bit painful, not much is happening. That's kind of what we're at now. So my view would be not necessarily be expecting any major big swings, big price moves, big anything too exciting out of the market, altcoin market in February. But it's a great time to accumulate if you're looking to load up your bags. You're going to look back in this in a few months and say, oh, I can't believe prices were so low. And you can get bored out of buying, which you don't want to do. You can get frustrated. You can take trades you shouldn't take. The goal, the word of the day, the word of the week, the word of the month, it's all patience. So patience is required. That would be my advice to you. Make sure you stay patient. Keep yourself in the game. Don't get bored. Don't lose interest. This is the time now where you need to be making your plays. You need to be loading up on spot. You need to be developing your systems for, not right now, but if it goes up and then down and then up again. It could be end of February going into March. But if you're watching these accumulation ranges form, you can be in early whenever they come. And that you're not going to be, if you're tracking the market, if you're analyzing your coins, if you're keeping an eye on it, you're not going to be FOMOing whenever it makes a move to the highs. You're going to say, no, that's normal. Move to the highs. I'll buy the pullback. Wait till the next bit of fear. And that'll keep you in the game. It's very important. Like, you can't expect to make loads of money in crypto if you're not also keeping your head in the game. Very important. So that's it. That's all I wanted to say today. There's not a whole lot going on. I mean, Link's one that I've looked at the last few days. Link's looking great. I traded Link a little bit within this range, just up to the highs. No trades on Link at the moment. I'm going to wait for the 4-hour EMAs to get retested for Link, whenever that may come. So whenever it has a local top, pulls back, holds the bands, if the bands stay positive and holds, I'll get long Link at that point. So other than that, that's it. GM. I'll see you all later on the live stream.